video is helpful, please hit subscribe and let me know in the comments. Let's talk about ratios. A ratio is just a comparison of two numbers. If you mix 2 cups of blue paint with 3 cups of white paint, you have a ratio of 2 to 3. You can write that ratio 2 different ways, with a colon or as a fraction. One of the most common ways to use ratios is when solving a proportion. Here's an example. I planted 10 cucumber seeds in my garden, but only 7 sprouted and grew into vines. If I had planted 70 seeds, how many seeds could I expect to grow into vines? To find out, we're going to create a proportion. I planted 10 seeds and got 7 sprouts. We can create a ratio of 10 to 7. We need to set this equal to what we're trying to find. For our existing ratio, we have the number of seeds we planted as the top number. For our new ratio, we're going to keep the number of seeds as the top number, but we're going to use the number we will plant. The bottom number of our new ratio will be x, because we don't yet know how many sprouts we will get. That's what we're trying to find. Now, you might be able to look at this proportion and realize that since 10 times 7 equals 70, we can get our answer by also multiplying the 7 by 7 to get an answer of 49. But there's another way to find x. We can cross-multiply. 10 times x equals 70 times 7. When we solve for x, we get 49. Let's try one a little harder. 3 over 4 equals x plus 2 over 7. Cross-multiplying is the easier method to use for this problem. So we'll begin by multiplying the 4 and the x plus 2. This will equal the 3 times the 7, which is 21. We can use the distributive property to multiply the 4 and the x plus 2 to get 4x plus 8. For more information on the distributive property, watch our distributive property video. When we solve this two-step equation, we end up with x equals 13 over 4. Proportions can be very useful in everyday life, from recipes to woodworking and many other things, so keep trying.